Chris, has it been a good year for Malta?
It has, yes. 2007 was a record year for Malta in general, taking all incoming tourism, whereas it was the best year out of the UK since 1994. The indications are that 2007 will be another record year, possibly 4-5% increase in tourism. With the UK being more or less, we're hoping same numbers as last year. We don't think we'll have an increase, but with the lack of flight capacity, we're very happy that we managed to maintain last year's numbers. If you had asked me in June, till the end of June, we were up about 13% as a country. Obviously, with the current situation and some flights cutting back, we have taken a few losses, especially in September and October. But we still think that we will be up around anything between 5 and 6%. End of 2008, which is very good considering what's going on in these last few months. And then obviously for 2009, we know it's going to be a difficult start to the year. First quarter will be difficult, but we're hoping that with the possible introduction of some new air routes into Malta from different European countries, we'll manage to at least maintain 2008 figures.
Why does anybody go on holiday to Malta?
Well, in the past, Malta was marketed mainly as sun and sea and full stop, and that is why way back in the 80s, out of 900,000 tourists, 700,000 were mainly from the UK and Germany. Nowadays, although the UK is still by far the largest market, countries like Spain and Italy and France have grown in leaps and bounds, and that is because Malta has been marketed as a short breaks destination. We are currently marketing Malta as we've always done, as a general holiday. However, we have 6 different niches or segments which we are specializing in. The first being spa and health tourism. There's some excellent spas in Malta, and then especially from the UK, people travel to Malta for health tourism, be it dentistry, minor operations, cosmetic surgery, which costs a fraction of what it does here in the UK. So even when you throw in the flight and 7 nights accommodation in a 5-star hotel, it's actually cheaper than just doing the treatment over here. So people tend to do that in Malta. History and culture is still strong. The temples have been revamped, the cathedrals. Sports holidays and activities, walking, trekking, swimming, diving are still very, very important. The fourth one is clubbing, concerts, stroke events. That is what we call it. We've signed a 3-year contract with MTV, who hold their I Love MTV concert every June or July in Malta, and that has now become Malta Music Week. So it's not just a concert, it's a series of concerts over a week. Various international artists, obviously not confirmed for 2009, but we've had top bands like the Cooks, Enrique Iglesias coming to Malta in 2008, so hopefully we'll repeat that again next summer. And the last one is what we are calling affordable luxury, which is the boutique hotels, casinos, yachting, gastronomy, wine tasting, but on an affordable level for people. That we don't aspire to be, or we don't pretend to be a Cannes, Monte Carlo or Sardinia, which is very expensive, but it's sort of affordable luxury where you can still experience casinos, you can still go yachting at an affordable level.
Excellent. And you've got some quite innovative marketing just started up with Sheffield United Football Club, haven't you?
Yes, we signed a deal with Sheffield this summer to sponsor their kits, stadium, casual wear, leisure wear. We're starting to see the benefits now. Obviously, it's something which takes time to develop. Football, as we know, is a big sport here in the UK. It sells well. Sheffield is the 4th largest city in the UK, and Sheffield United is the best supported club in the Championship. So it's an investment for us. We're working very well with the directors of Sheffield United. They also have Malta's national goalkeeper in their ranks, so obviously that helps. And we also, it's not just Malta and Sheffield, we are including all our partners here in the deal. So on Saturdays, where we have corporate hospitality, we give the chance to Maltese hotels and Maltese operators to take over that hospitality with us and invite travel agents, and then we have a day with them speaking about Malta and even journalists, and that's sort of a lead to then invite them to Malta. So it's a whole thing. It's the first time a country has ever sponsored a football team rather than an airline, and we've been earmarked as well, by the media, who always want to know how come and why. The deal is currently for 1 year. We will sit down obviously in the next few months with since it's an innovative deal, it is actually for 1 year, but we're looking at obviously extension.
It'll be more expensive if they get in the top 2.
Probably yes.
As far as UK travel trade is concerned, you still presumably try and work very closely with them?
Yes, of course. We have what we do with all the specialist operators and also the big two now, Thomas Cook, My Travel and First Choice and TUI. So we actually strengthen their program to Malta. We help them with marketing. What we have done also on the basis of the 5-6 segments that I mentioned before, we are trying to bring pretty successfully, I have to add, new operators who didn't used to sell Malta. We have about 5 or 6 new ones who are selling Malta for 2009. And those will obviously add on numbers to compensate for any losses which the main tour operators might be suffering to Malta because of competition from low-cost airlines and other various circumstances in the market.